And I remember thinking to myself, boy, I don't know what unforeseeable discomfort lies ahead. I mean, I know it's there, but if I keep dwelling on it, I'm never going to get through this. And I adopted this mindset I like to call optimistic resignation. It's the most powerful tool I know to get through mental or physical stress in the moment. And the beautiful thing about this is you don't have to change anything first. Are you nervous today? Are you dejected? Are you feeling that trepidation? Optimistic resignation is for you. Now, what it is it's saying to yourself, I don't know what's going to happen here, but recognize that it's more important that I keep this promise myself, to keep a private relationship with my own progress through this crazy changing world. And that it's more important that I keep this inner out perspective, right? Start from the inside out, than it is even where I may end up at the end of the journey. And this is a lesson that was taught to me by my first coach, Doug White, during one of my early exit points, standing on the dock after yet another what seemed like miserable training. Of course I was progressing, but I just couldn't see it in the moment. And Doug said to me, Jeremiah, look, I understand that you can't see the way forward. It doesn't mean it's not possible for you. And then he said, ask yourself this: can you commit to these next 18 months until those Olympic Games? Can you make the timeline more important than the goal itself? He said, if you can do that, that's how you allow for possibility. It was a subtle mindset shift, but it changed everything about how I approached this goal. In fact, every big goal I've chased in my life since then. It's the reason why I'm speaking to you right now, actually. And here's how it comes back together with optimistic resignation. You know, if you do yoga or meditation, you often hear the instructor talking about the importance of elongating your breath. Well, in the same way, we have to elongate that timeline that we're carrying around in our minds moment to moment. Because if we interface with all the defeats on a daily basis, hour to hour, and we're always asking ourselves if we're in or if we're out, we're going to bounce out far sooner than we need to, before the learning of a true failure or before breaking through those punctuated equilibrium shifts, right? Where you're doing the same thing over and over again and it seems futile, and then all of a sudden something happens in the environment and your efforts, and there it is, right? That breakthrough. But it's almost like when the stress makes us so myopic and so short-term in focus, actively taking that time horizon and extending it back out for you. Now for me, it wasn't 4 years. Okay, it was very specifically those 18 months of up-top, utter commitment. And optimistic resignation, I mean, it's an act of submission to that chunk of time in your life, right? If you're going to change your life, it's going to take a chunk of your life. But an act of submission in the most powerful sense of the word. So in terms of optimistic resignation, if you reflect on your life right now, I want to ask you, what is that timeline for you? What is that time horizon that makes sense for you?